everyone. I am Roslyn, Assistant Professor in EC Department of RMK Engineering College. I welcome you all for this introductory session on measurement system. Let us see what are the concepts we are going to learn in this session. First, we are going to see what is the purpose of a measurement system. Then we are going to see what is a measurement system. After that, we are going to see what is the theory behind the measurement system. And then we are going to see how to implement this measurement system. What are the ways or the method of implementing measurement system. Finally, we are going to see the basic elements or building blocks of a measurement system. First, let us see what is the purpose of a measurement system. Why we require a measurement system? What are the ways in which the measurement system helps us? In our day-to-day life, as a human being, we have different sensation methods. All these sensation methods helps us to analyze the quality and the quantity of an object or a process or a system. Example, the vision helps us in finding the light, color, shape and size. The sound helps us in finding the tone and the volume. The touch helps us in finding the smooth and the rough surface. The smell helps us in finding the odor. The taste helps us in finding the sweet and the salty. The feeling helps us in finding the hot and the cold condition. And the motion helps us in analyzing the movement. So, in different ways, the human sensation methods helps us in analyze a quantity or quality of an object or a process. With this day-to-day life example, we will see what is a measurement system doing. The measurement system helps us in analyzing a process or a system. Whichever process or a system which we want to measure, we get the input, that is the true value of the variables from these process and the system, and it is given to a measurement system where this data is being analyzed and it is being processed, and finally the output of the measurement system gives us gives the observer the value of the measured process or the system. This is how a measurement system works. In this way, the measurement system serves us in finding or in analyzing a process or there are different applications where the measurement system is useful. Experimental engineering analysis, monitoring of a process and control of process. First, in the experimental engineering analysis application, any engineering research which involves in finding a new product or process involves measurement system. The measurement system also helps us in finding the or testing the validation or improved products. The measurement system also checks the performance testing. In the next application, we use the measurement system to keep track of some quantity. We can measure the weather condition or the health condition. These are the ways in which measurement system helps us in monitoring a process. Finally, in the application where not only the measuring the or monitoring the process, measurement system also helps us in controlling the process. As you can see in the diagram, there is a controller which gives a control signal to an actuator, and the actuator is the one which gives the input to a plant. Now, the output of the plant is given to a sensor. From the sensor, the output is taken and it is compared with the desired output. In case if there is any deviation from the desired output, that deviation is fed as input to your controller, where the control signal is correspondingly generated and it is given to the actuator and it is given to the plant, so that the output of the plant is same as that of the desired output. Now that you have understood what is the purpose of a measurement system in various fields or various applications, you will be wondering now, what is this measurement? What is the definition of a measurement? Let us see. In physics and engineering, measurement generally refers to the process of estimating or determining the ratio of a magnitude of a quantitative property relation to a unit. That means we are going to compare the process or the system which we are measuring with a known standard or unit of measurement. So, measurement is the estimation or determination of extent, dimension or capacity in relation to some standard or unit of measurement. There are various units of measurement available and we can use those units of measurement for the comparison. So, this is the definition with the measurement. Now, how this measurement system works? What is the theory behind that? The measurement theory involves this comparison, as I told earlier. The comparison of the process or the system which we are measuring with the known standard. So, measurement is a mapping of source set in empirical domain space into an image set in the abstract space. That is, we are mapping the process of the system which we want to measure with the value already being defined or standard of measurement. Now we will see how to implement this measurement system. What are the ways in which we can implement the measurement system? There are two different methods of measurement: direct comparison method and indirect comparison method. In direct measurement method, the unknown quantity is measured directly. That is, we don't use any other secondary standards. We directly measure the quantity. There are two types of this: deflection method and comparison method. Deflection method is same as that which we use in the ammeter to measure the current. So, with the deflection of the pointer, we measure the quantity of the current. Comparison method is, we will be comparing the quantity with the known value and we find the value for the quantity. Indirect comparison method. Indirect comparison method is applicable to those quantity which cannot be directly measured. The comparison is done with a standard through the use of a calibrated system. Already a particular system will be calibrated and the system under measurement will be compared with this calibrated system to analyze the value of the quantity. This is indirect comparison method. So, these are the ways in which the measurement is being done. Now, let us see what is the building block or the basic elements of a measurement system. As I told earlier, whenever we want to measure a process or a system, we get the input, that is the true value of the variables from the process or the system, and it is given as input to the measurement system. And in measurement system, the conditioning and the processing is being done, and then the output of the measurement system is given to the observer. Now, what is inside this measurement system? So, what is this measurement system? Measurement system is nothing but it is an arrangement for the measurement or determination of an unknown quantity and analysis of the instrumentation. What is inside this measurement system? As you can see in the diagram, the measurement system involves four basic blocks: sensing element, conditioning element, processing element, and displaying element. Let us see one by one in detail. First, the first basic block of a measurement system is sensing element. Sensing element is in contact with the information carrier or medium. That is, whatever true value of the variable which we get from the measuring system or process is being given to this sensing element. This sensing element gives a signal output related to the quantity being measured. So, the sensing element is nothing but, as you have heard, sensors. Sensors are these sensing elements. They give us the signal output corresponding to the quantity being measured. Here we can see the examples. If it is a strain gauge, then it gives resistance depending on the mechanical strain. If it is a thermocouple sensing element, it gives voltage depending upon the temperature. If it is a LVDT, then it gives displacement with respect to it gives linear variable differential transformer, gives L depends on the displacement. These are the different sensing examples of sensors or sensing elements, which are the basic first block of your measurement system. Now, the second basic block is conditioning element. This conditioning element prepares the sensor output for further processing. The signal output which we get from the sensors must be conditioned. We cannot give it directly to the processing element. It has to be conditioned. So we make use of certain circuits to do this conditioning. Example, we can have a bridge which converts the resistance into a voltage change, and we have an amplifier which can amplify the millivolts to volts. Also, we can have filters or attenuation to reduce the noise. So these are the various conditioning circuits that can be used in the conditioning element in order to make the sensor output suitable for processing. The next basic block is processing element. The processing element, it does the converting the conditioned output in a form suitable for presentation. So it calculates the secondary variable from the measured variables. Example, it can be an analog to digital converter or a digital to analog converter. It can be an filter, analog or digital filter. It can be a signal compensating circuit. So all these circuit which acts as processing element, it calculates the secondary variable from the measured variable which will be suitable for presentation. The last block in the measurement system is displaying element. This displays or stores the measured signal in a recognizable form by the observer. Use of analog or digital form. It can store or display the information or the measured variable in analog or digital form. Example, it can be an oscilloscope which will display the which gives the measured variable display, or it can be chart recorders, or it can be a digital data array. These are the different examples of displaying elements. So these are four are the basic elements or basic building blocks of a measurement system: sensing element, conditioning element, processing element, and displaying element. So with this, we come to the end of the session. Let us have a quick summary of the session. In this session, we saw the purpose of a measurement system. We saw that measurement system is applied for engineering analysis, for monitoring a process, and for controlling a process. Then we saw the definition of measurement. Afterwards, we saw the theory of measurement, how we map the process or system with the known values. Then we saw how to implement this measurement, the two methods of measurement, direct method where direct comparison will be done, indirect method where we compare with the standard or calibrated system. Then we saw the basic building blocks of a measurement system or the elements of a measurement system. The four basic building blocks are sensing element, which senses the input from the measured system and gives a signal output. Then we have the conditioning element, which involves conditioning circuits to convert the signal output from sensors into a suitable form for processing. Then we have the processing element, which processes or which finds the secondary variables from the measured variable. Then finally we had the display element, which will display or store the measured value for the use of the observer. So this is all about the introductory section on measurement system. Thank you.